That was
Hey there, what's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria.
And we are coming at you live from beautiful Marietta Square in Marietta, Georgia.
They got all their Christmas decorations out and all their trees.
Look at the trees, the
decorations.
It's pretty great out
but it's
here.
unseasonably warm.
Yes.
Right now, almost 70.
It's really cool out here. It's nice. I guess kind of like springy type of winter weather, right? I can't even say fall because it's winter, isn't it?
I grew up as a kid in really cold weather in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, so this is like really different for me in Georgia. I'm not used to seeing a Christmas tree. And then what really cracks you up is when you see people driving with the Christmas tree and they got their air conditioner on in their car. I'm like, whoa.
Well, we're just in a Christmas mood here, guys.
Yeah.
And looking forward to the in a holiday mood. Looking forward to the end of the year. One of the things we want to do is to refocus our efforts, and we're starting our 30-day challenge December 2nd. So we're going December 2nd through December 31st,
right.
A 30-day challenge within our group. And so one of the things we want to focus on is excellence. And one of the key books that came out several years ago was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. And it was a great book, and I talked about it a little earlier on in the year, but I just wanted to review the 7 habits as we start focusing towards the end of the year. And don't be there's some I think there's some fairy dust sprinkling around there, so don't worry about that, guys. It's just that time of season.
That's
right. So habit number 1, be proactive. And of course, we want to be proactive, especially as we look towards the end of the year. In other words, a lot of people will say, you know what, let's wait until January 1st. And then we're going to make our New Year's resolutions. A lot of people, unfortunately, make the resolutions while they're getting drunk. They make their resolutions while they're getting drunk on New Year's Eve, right?
No, you want to get a jump start. You don't want to wait. Because next thing you know, you've pushed it off to spring, and the next thing you know, half the year is gone again. No, there's no time like the present. Always.
Okay, and habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. You definitely want to do that. So, a lot of people, when they look at their business, they just think about what they're going to do tomorrow, which is, it could be a good thing to focus on what you're going to do tomorrow, but you've got to have a game plan. You got to have a roadmap for where your business is going to go.
Where do you see it? And ultimately is, where do you see yourself?
Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? What's your business going to look like in the next 5 years?
Whoa.
What is your life going to look like in the next 5 years?
5 to 10 years, that's right.
So you want to begin with the end in mind, because there's so much power to be gained from having concrete goals. So, you want to make your goals as concrete as possible. One of the things we do, we develop a dream board, and we post that.
We sure do.
And it's amazing how that
over
thing.
My computer.
It's amazing how that thing works. Stuff starts coming true. You put it on that dream board, and it's a power associated with that.
It is.
Right. Okay. So habit number 3. First things first. A lot of times you can get stuck. You can simply get stuck when you think about everything you have to get done. And one of the key strategies of successful time management is focus on what is most important and do that thing first.
Prioritize. First, second, third, most important, in that order.
And they say people are most focused in the morning, when you're really getting going, maybe you had that first cup of coffee, so you're ready to get going.
Yep.
Well, that's when you want to do your most difficult, most important task. Do that first thing in the morning.
Prioritize.
First thing first.
Yep.
Okay. Number 4, think win-win. This is a time, especially when you see what's going on in politics, it can be quite depressing, where everybody's trying to, throw all of their morals out the window just so they can win, right? But you know what?
Winning at any cost.
Winning at any cost.
I don't believe in that.
But let's get back to the concept of win-win. That means if I win, you don't lose, but we can both win. And so what you do is you work towards a solution where both you and your competitor or opponent can win. That means you have to look for a third option.
Or even your business associate, business partner. It doesn't have to be only one person can win. It can be a beneficial where everybody wins.
Absolutely.
I mean, it can be a win-win. When I talk to a person about, joining my business, or I talk to a person about a business opportunity, I don't see like winner take all, like I'm winning. No. As a matter of fact, I see they win first, because if they win, then I win. They've got to win. If they don't win, I don't really win. Think about that.
And I see Charlie out there. Charlie is definitely a winner. Charlie is out there winning. So good to see you, Charlie. I
appreciate you.
Let's look at number 5. Seek first to understand, and then be understood. How many problems in the world could be solved if we just took that to heart?
That's true.
I mean, most people, when they're getting into a discussion, in quotations, a discussion, they're thinking about what they want to say and trying to get their point across, as opposed to really listening and trying to understand the other person's problems or issues. But if you seek first to understand the other person, how powerful would that be?
There's a difference in listening and hearing.
So, very good. Seek first to understand and then be understood. Number 6 is synergize. Now, we talked about it a little bit when we were talking about win-win. So, you start out with your own solution, right? And then you work with somebody else. You work with somebody else to develop not your own solution, not their solution, but a third solution, which is a result of synergy. Synergy means that the whole is better than 2 equal halves.
I like that.
How powerful is that?
That is very powerful.
That's powerful as that. Because you mix what you got with what the other person has, and it's so much like a marriage. Synergy.
A good healthy marriage.
A good healthy marriage.
Yeah.
Synergy is a healthy marriage is an example of synergy, because from the 2 you get more than the 2, and from the practicing synergy, what you gain is one person's a solution and another person's solution, but you're not just sacrificing what you want to compromise.
You're actually building a building block of knowledge on top of knowledge.
You're building a better solution.
It's stronger. It's more power packed.
More power packed.
Yes.
Something that benefits everybody.
Yeah.
And if I believe that if we all thought like that, and especially in Congress, if they thought about synergy, boy, where would we be now?
They could get a lot accomplished if they work together.
And then finally, number 7 of the 7 habits of highly successful people, sharpen your saw. Sharpen your saw. One of the things that really hurts people, now you hear all of these stories about celebrities that they're so successful in Hollywood, and then years later you hear about them on Skid Row, right? Well, one of the reasons for that is if people have too much success too fast, they can become kind of just, I guess, laid back or cavalier, or, not really moving ahead to make additional goals.
And they don't go through the process. People that work and earn the process of going through and getting their success, they can smell the roses and appreciate it as they climb the ladder. But if it happens overwhelmingly too quickly, they don't understand the process and they don't appreciate it.
So it's part of goal setting.
Yeah.
So what you do is you set your goal. As soon as you accomplish that goal, you don't just rest on your laurels, but you reset a goal. Yeah. You set one goal, you accomplish that goal, and then you set a new goal.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Victoria and I, we do not use the term deadlines. No, because it's such a negative term. Because
it's like a deadhead.
It's like
no.
What that's implying is once you accomplish your goal, it's dead. No, we don't want to do that.
Words are powerful.
We want to accomplish our goal and then reset it.
That's right.
So instead of saying deadlines, we say goal lines.
That's
kind of
right.
like they use in football.
Goal lines.
You want to cross your goal line.
It's futuristic and it's forthcoming. It's moving forward. It's positive.
Now, when a football team, when they cross the goal line, they don't just stop. You know, they keep on going. They pass the goal line, they get the touchdown, and then they go and work on making another touchdown. And that's exactly what you need to do. So those are the 7 habits of highly effective people. Number 1, be proactive. Number 2, begin with the end in mind.
Ultimately, where do you want to be?
Number 3, first things first. Number 4, think win-win. Number 5, seek first to understand and then be understood. Number 6, synergize. Number 7, sharpen your saw.
Whoa.
And with that, this is Eric and Victoria Duncanson saying, hope you're having a great evening. If you like the information we're providing and like additional information, just type info in the comments below. Other than that, hope you're having a great evening. If not, let's make it a great one.
Good night, everybody. And remember, excellence always prevails.